Some drone users are mainly interested in photography, but the vast majority are also into filming as well. In this video I will compare the DJI Mini 3 and 3 Pro versus the Air 2S and the Mavic 3 and 3 Classic. I will focus solely on the feature relative to videography and on the quality of the footage. For those mainly concerned with photography, image quality is the primary consideration when selecting a model. However, for videography, the range of features offered by each model is another essential factor to consider. I have compared these three models in terms of photography. I will add the link at the end of this video. The Mini 3 Pro has a respectable 1/1.3 inches sensor, the smaller of the three models analyzed here, but much bigger than the one of the Mini 2. The aperture is extremely wide at f1.7. The maximum video resolution is 4K at a frequency of up to 60 frames per second. It has two color modes, the 8-bit normal and the 10-bit D-Cine-alike. The Air 2S has a bigger 1-inch sensor, a fixed aperture of f2.8 and a maximum video resolution of 5.4K with a frame rate up to 30 frames per second. Besides normal mode, the Air 2S has two 10-bit modes, DLOG and HLG. The Mavic 3 has a much larger 1/3 of an inch sensor, variable aperture from f2.8 to f11 and a resolution of 5.1K at frame rates up to 60 frames per second. The color modes are the same as in the Air 2S, normal, DLOG and HLG. The Mini 3 Pro has sensors for obstacle detection at the front, back and downward, while the Air 2S has also a pair of sensors facing up, which makes it slightly safer. But most models lack lateral sensors. A lot of care is therefore needed when flying around obstacles. Mavic 3 has an omnidirectional sensor system, which makes it the only model suited to close-range tracking. The Mini 3 Pro is a true workhorse for such a lightweight drone. It has practically all the features of the Air 2S, including the three intelligent flight modes of focus track, all sorts of tracking capabilities, master shot, and an excellent hyperlapse mode. It is the only one of the three models with the capability to rotate the camera to shoot portrait video and photos, a feature extremely useful for users involved on social media platforms. The Mini 3 has also the advantage of the weight below the important threshold of 250 grams, for more relaxed regulations. DJI has recently added a cheaper version of the Mini 3 Pro, named simply Mini 3. All DJI models now have several pricing options. You will find all info about pricing in the description below. The new basic Mini 3 has the same camera as the 3 Pro and therefore the same video and photo quality, but lacks many important features for video like obstacle sensors, intelligent flight modes, tracking capabilities, hyperlapse, master shot, and the 10-bit color mode D-Cine-alike. Most of the features missing are not relevant to photography, therefore the cheaper model is very good value for users focusing only on still images. But for users involved in video, I would certainly suggest the Mini 3 Pro, in spite of the difference in price. The Air 2S is the oldest of the three models and it doesn't bring to the table any extra features compared to the Mini 3 Pro, so you have to rely on the quality of footage to justify the higher price tag. But it is more powerful, therefore it is a better choice for users living in very windy areas. The Mavic 3 is the flagship model, the king of DJI prosumer drones, and some very important features are strictly reserved for it. Each one of these features may justify the difference in price for a professional or semi-professional user, even if the quality of footage and photo was the same. The most important exclusive feature of the Mavic 3 are the much bigger sensor, the variable aperture, the much longer battery life, omnidirectional obstacle sensors, waypoint mode for video, and the telephoto lens, which is not available on the more affordable Mavic 3 Classic. And now a look at the quality of the footage in the three models, in different conditions and in different color mode. Don't forget to hit the like button if you find this video interesting. Let's start with some top-down clips to take the sky out of the question and concentrate on detail and color rendition. During the clip shot with the R2S, the sun broke out of the clouds, so the luminosity is a bit different from the two others. The colors are slightly different in the three models, but it is a matter of personal preference. In the zoomed-in clip, to my eyes, the R2S has more detail. Very closely followed by the Mavic 3, while the Mini 3 Pro is a bit behind. And now some footage including the sky, with the 8-bit color mode, normal, the one meant to be used just out of the camera, even without any editing. Normal mode in the Mini 3 needs a bit of help for color grading, a bit of contrast and a good dose of saturation. There is a tendency toward a yellowish tone, so we move the temperature towards the blue. The dynamic range is not as extended as in the other two models, and at times the shadows are a bit too dark. When it was released, the R2S was a big step forward in terms of video quality. But it has been around for much longer, and in the meantime the competition has improved considerably. In normal mode the colors are still very nice and organic, and the dynamic range is more extended than in the Mini 3. The normal mode in the Mavic 3 is the amazing Hasselblad natural color solution, the true benchmark for ready-to-use color modes. I tend to use the 10-bit flat profiles whenever they are available, but normal in the Mavic 3 is so good that I use it very often. Even just out of the memory disk, without any color grading, the footage is excellent, with beautiful colors, great dynamic range and plenty of detail, while maintaining a very natural look. We can add a touch of contrast and a bit of warmth to the white balance, but it is the only color mode that really doesn't need much editing. The Mini 3 has its own flat profile, Disney-like. It has gone through a lot of improvements over the different firmware updates. It was originally an 8-bit mode, but it was turned into a 10-bit one. Considering the price point and the size of the sensor, the performance is quite good. But the dynamic range is a bit limited compared to the other two models. The R2S has two 10-bit flat profiles, DLOG and HLG. They are both true 10-bit color modes and both excellent. In the Mavic 3, DLOG responds very well to color grading. Has very rich colors, plenty of details in the shadows, and no artifacts like color banding in the sky, noise, or chromatic aberrations. When color grading, it is important to use a correct LUT. DJI supplies a very good one to use with this color profile. You will find a link to the download page in the description below. Another profile, HLG, has been recently added to the Mavic 3 by a firmware update. It is a welcome addition, and in certain situations it works really well with a very extended dynamic range and plenty of detail. And now some low-light footage, shot after sunset with the last bit of twilight. As usual, the performance of the Mavic 3 is very solid. Thanks to the huge sensors, there is a lot of detail in the shadows and very rich colors. And believe me, it might not look so, but it was very dark. There is just a touch of luminance noise in the sky and in the sea, but it's not at all an issue, as I used the excellent neat video to get rid of it. You can watch my video about this excellent denoiser by clicking on the link on screen now. The Mini 3 in low light performs extremely well. This is the department where it really competes against the Mavic 3. The detail and the colors are excellent, almost as good as in the bigger model, and there is hardly any noise. The huge aperture of the lens manages to gather plenty of light. Well done! With R2S the colors are as usual very enjoyable and the detail is good. But the shadows are too dark. Low light is a department where this model has been slightly overtaken by the competition. What impresses me the most is how much the average quality of the current DJI prosumer line has improved compared to previous years. The more affordable basic Mini 3 is very good value for users interested mainly in photography, but regarding videography there are too many crucial features missing. I would certainly suggest going for the Mini 3 Pro instead. For a lightweight model, it offers a good video quality and a host of very important features, including vertical footage, which is huge for users active on social media platforms. The R2S is a favorite of many, myself included. But it is by far the oldest of the three and doesn't offer any extra features compared to the Mini 3 Pro. The competition has improved so much that it's not easy to justify the extra cost, but remains a good choice for users very serious about video quality, especially the one living in windy areas. The Mavic 3 is the undiscussed king of the line. The video quality is above the other two models in all departments and it offers some crucial exclusive functionalities. Click on this link to watch my comparison of the three models for photography. And don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Thank you.